So, this is a Toyota Corolla DX Deluxe 1991. Bought this car like a month or two ago, or a couple weeks ago, I don't know. Basically, the engine runs perfectly fine. The guy that sold it to me had a brother who was modifying the car a little bit, stopped for a good a couple years and left it under, you know. So we got this thing right here. We got the intake that is modified. It has 4 spark plugs. No water tank for the actual windshield wipers. Those windshield wipers are from a whole different, that's from Mitsubishi Mirage, because the ones that they had did not fit and did not work properly. So I had to do what we can with that. You may not be able to see it, but that oh my god, that belt is kind of gone. Not fully gone, starting to be. That's when it came. Now the big problem with this car, right? It's not a bad car. It looks nice. Looks simple enough, right? It's a clean car. He had a leather inside. Leather. I got no handles. No handles for the windows. And crank. I use those pliers over there, those grippers. Not a very smart guy, I should say. It's damn, racing steel wheel, See that heat gauge right there? Before I got it, right? I got the car, bought it, I have the centerpiece for that. It's somewhere over here. It's over there. You can see it right over there. That's modified, of course. I removed these two things, The lights turn on, everything, Just they don't have the low beams. The car doesn't have no low beams or anything, right? Thing is, right? No plastic. That's a problem right there. Besides the fact that the gas doesn't read sometimes properly. Sometimes it says it's mid. Sometimes it says it's a little lower. Doesn't read properly. The thing is, right? This is the thing. I got the car here home. It turns on perfectly fine. Starts, turns on. There ain't no problem there. The car does not stutter or anything. You can hear it purr right now. I've done barely nothing. Right? Bought a relay down there for the lights. Installed it. I removed all this. You can see the person modified a little bit too. It's a kid. He joined the military. You can see gauges right here. You can see that one. That one says voltage. This one is, I forgot what it is. I can't see it. Oil. The last one here, down here, is water. That gas check engine has been on since I got it, but it has gas and everything. So the brother, basically, I bought this car for 500 bucks. 5 spankadoonies. He listed it for 6. I bought it for 5, right? Here's the kicker. I had to flush the radiator until it became super clean. Because it was dirty as hell. Okay? I got this car because my child was born like October 25th. And I needed a way to, transport the child from the hospital to home. It didn't work out. The car was not going to make it to where I was because it's an hour drive, right? It's like an hour drive. Now, not fun. But what I'm trying to say is, right, is I had to flush the radiator until it became clean, so completely clean. I even put the hose through and everything, man. I even stuck the hose right there. I squished, I did whatever I had to do to get all that out, Ran clean. Ran better, somewhat. It's running good either way. It just overheats. If you go and you hit it hard, like you hit that throttle hard, right? You're driving nice and hard. Eventually, it'll heat up to mid. It hasn't gotten to the red yet. I don't want it to get to the red yet. We get to the area that we're going, let's say Walmart or whatever, right? And then basically the vehicle, you park it, it's running, so there's no sound, nothing at all. Turn it off, you start hearing the water's coming out. It's not coming out of the radiator cap at all, right, by the way. it's coming out literally from the reservoir. It's spewing everything out through there, you know, the pressure of it. So it's, I don't know if it's clogged or anything. That's the thing, I don't know if it is. But I have been driving it. If you drive it calmly, right? If you drive it like at 30, you know, you don't go super hard on the gas and everything, it doesn't overheat at all. Maybe like it is now, like almost, let me just show you. Roughly around there, you know, when you get to the area, if you drive safely and calmly. I keep it in the garage, up there, right, the garage. So it's not gonna overheat, right? But when you do get it to the point where it's like around here, or somewhat getting closer to the red, not a good idea, but it happens. It basically turn it off. It starts bubbling because it just goes blah, 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 blah. It throws out the water. By the time I get back, I need to add water to the actual, like, you know, to the radiator. And yeah, you may be like, it's water, not a good idea. I'm like, yeah, I'm poor, man. I'm poor. I don't got no job. Literally the week of my child being born, I got a job that first week before the 21st of October, and basically I worked that one day and I ended up getting fired. I got fired, even though I told the guy, hey, I have my wife is pregnant, she's about to give birth. Well, my girl, I should say, she's not my wife, but she's my fiance. She's pregnant, but I consider her like as if she's my wife, even though we're not legally married yet. But anyways, back to the point at hand, right? Basically, I send him information. Tell the guy, hey, she's giving birth and everything, blah, blah, blah. Skip the details. Find out, I call him, hey, I'm going to be coming home today. Tomorrow I can start working again, right? I've been informing this guy, right? I find out he filled my spot. So I don't have a job. I'm in Puerto Rico, by the way, Fajardo. And I don't have a job because of that guy, you know? And I told him, dude, I told him everything. I told him that I had a wife, you know, and I got screwed. I was supposed to be getting paid like almost $2,000 a month, you know? That's good money, but you know, where I'm at here, it's good money. It's hard to get a damn job in Fajardo. We're in Puerto Rico because it's so far away from everything, right? But details, right? The mechanic, my good neighbor that's a mechanic, who's been being a certified mechanic for 40 years, he's like, look, have you checked the thermostat? I checked the thermostat. I checked where the thermostat is at. The vehicle didn't have a thermostat. Apparently the kid that had it removed it. So I bought a brand new one with a seal that cost me fucking $20-something, $26. Sorry for my swearing. I need to stop swearing. I'm trying to be better for my kid. But cost me $20-something to $26-something with both of them, because the seal was $6 separately. Stupid. Put it there. Didn't do much. Did something, but not a lot, you know. So I'm here like, well, damn. What can I do? So I end up deciding on what he tells me. He's like, hey, look, get this. Let me show you what it is. He's used this 100 times, you know, for vehicles that are like, you know, stocked up, right? Radiators that are stocked up. Use Les Toy. Like, empty the radiator when it's cool. Fill it, pour this in there, fill it up with water, turn it on, let it run. Run it. Then you turn it off, let it cool down, remove the liquid, just remove everything, pour a little bit more of this, right? A tiny bit, like a cap, basically. Fill it with water, run it normal. After like a day or like 2 days, just rinse it out, put water through it, rinse until there's nothing left. And then basically it should be running smoother, or at least better, or should be, you know, not doing what it's doing. I don't know. I hope it is, but I have a feeling I know what I'm gonna have to do eventually. And that is getting a new radiator, most likely. It's $145 to $160 a radiator for this car. And I can get it through Advanced Auto Parts. AutoZone, I don't know about that, but Advanced Auto Parts, I can get it through them. I need to get new wheels. The wheels that the vehicle has are, the back ones are 16 and the front ones are 15. They're not supposed to be having those kind of wheels. They're supposed to be having the exact size of the wheels are 175/75 13s. So they're supposed to be R13s. So this should be running 13 size wheels. I need to check the front suspension because it's the little. I need to check the back suspension. It's good. The back suspension is not bad, but you know, should do both of them because this car basically the suspension is basically separate. It runs separate, so it basically, you know, it cruises. It's nice. The kid basically tried to do some wiring for speakers and all that stuff. I got to remove all that. He drilled in the back to do something. Let me show you. These are the wheels. You can see they had the racing hubs. You know, the kid was trying to turn this into a racing car. Literally, a racing car. I need to replace these brakes. I gotta bleed the line. The cap needs to be. I need to get a new one of these, brand new, or stick the one that I had because that one broke. I have the piece. Right, that's the piece over there. That piece over there. Get that piece over there. Put it in here. The gas cap. That's fine for now. The lights work. Back lights. You know, backing up, stopping, park, reverse. Those lights work. I need to fix the turn signal. For some reason, the turn signals don't work, even though I replaced the relay and stuff. It could just be just the, you know, thing itself. That's why I have water bottles here. Water bottles and all that stuff. That's a, oh my God, a spare. Good Lord. I have not checked the spare tire, you know, sorry for this if there's noise. I have not checked the spare tire at all, what size it is, for some reason. Also, I got some jack oil right here, because I have a jack that my dad gave me. So, and yes, this big ass pipe you see, this is for removing the nuts and stuff. But, let me look at the size of the size of this. Come on. Okay. Let me go get my rag. I've been drinking some of this Alani Peach. Just got it today. It's not bad, honestly. Really good. Not bad at all. Oh yeah, by the way, I gotta replace this whole thing because you can see these little patches I did with the metal tape. I had it all over. You'll see it. I need to also scrape that because they tried to do tint and it's horrible. Stupid ass child. No offense, because that kid was stupid. I'm not a mechanic, but man, I know logic. But basically, I gotta fix all this up because I have it in there because it leaks and this gets wet. And the front driver's seat somehow gets wet, so I gotta figure that one out. Let's see what size this wheel is, though. It is a E60, of course, that's E60, T105/70 D14. These are 14s, but they're not the same 14s that they should be on. But it's 14, so that means this could fit perfectly on the car. That's nice. It does look a little, you know, rusty. I have a feeling the reason why that looks all rusty is because of the water that was coming in and getting down there. So yeah, most likely that. But these are 14s, so they can run 14s and 13s. 13s are the base model though, the base wheels. But 14s is not bad. Good to know that I have this. That means I can put these on. And it has the circle right here as a center. There's 1, center. So I have a feeling if it has the center, right, does that mean that those wheels over there would fit on this car? It's because the neighbor basically, he said he could not fit it. I have a feeling it could, but because this is, I'm going to compare it right now so you can see. You can see 195 50 R15s, right? 82V, you know. So look at that. Heck, I bring it up. Oh my God, roughly. Look at that. The size difference is wild. Like, it is wild. Because I'm not kidding. You can see that it is very interesting. These coils look very old and ancient, so gonna have to replace these coils. The drums run. These drums slide nicely, so it doesn't have drag or anything because of it. Most likely I'm gonna have to replace that muffler for a better muffler. The gas tank is perfectly fine, so I just have to clean it. So I gotta lower it down, clean it, do what I gotta do there. Front wheels over there. Let me put this right here. Sorry. Generally, front wheels, see, I'm using the heck out of them. Not as much, of course. You can see they didn't have special nuts. It was annoying, but thank God I have the bit and everything for it. If not, I would be screwed taking these off, and I'm not gonna lose it ever because it's never leaving this car. But there's one of these, right? One of these little, shocks, right? This part right here, this part right here, right? Like that bottom, that part at the bottom, yeah, metal part. It's slightly scraped. So whoever the other wheel that I used to have got scraped. But these are the wheels that I'm running for now. They don't look good, but gotta do what we gotta do. But these are 14s. I did not know that. Good to know. Curious if it actually was full. Look at this. It's not. But it's good to know that these are 14s. That means I can try to get something like this. Because at least these, they don't look that pretty, but for now, better than nothing. Because boys here, right? And on Pep Boys, to get all 4 tires, I think also with the actual, like, you know, rim and tire, if I'm correct. Both of them, well, you know, both of them. All 4 tires is $271 in total for all 4, a set of 4, and they installed it too. So that's cool. I may actually do that whenever I get money. I need to get money though. Right now, basically, it is Sunday, 3:34 p.m. Trying this to see if it works. I'm hoping it does. Please God, I hope it does work. I'm a Christian. By the way, randomly, I have ADHD. Not certified, but I need to get certified, but it's pretty obvious I do have ADHD, you know, and slightly dyslexic sometimes. I suck at reading, so sorry if I suck at reading. But I'm trying to see if I can get a job, because I need money, man. It's November to December. I need money. I like this car a lot. I want to keep this car. I don't want to throw it away or sell it or anything. It's a good car. I got it for a steal price, because this car right now here in Puerto Rico, you sell it for, I could easily sell it for $1,500 or whatever. But I need a car. I need a vehicle for my kid. I can't just do that. There's only one vehicle, you know. So I want this car. I want to fix it up. I want to paint it possibly black or red. I don't know. I got to think about it. Matte. I don't want it no glossy. I want it matte. You know, nice matte color, you know. You know what I mean? Make it nice and just uniform. I want to clean the inside up, the outside up. I want to clean everything up, you know, make it look nice, you know, but I need to first see what I'm going to do, you know. My dad has 3 boats here, and it's annoying, but I got to figure it out. I'm cleaning up the house because it needs to be clean. At the beginning, my dad didn't even accept my girl. He didn't accept my wife. We had a lot of problems, me and her and dad. That's in the past. I'm not gonna mention that, but I'm trying my best here, man. I've been desperate. I've felt like crap. I feel like I've been wanting to cry, scream, and shout. I've been trying everything I can to help my family, you know. And it's like, I don't want to be that shitty dad that does nothing, and I feel like I'm not doing anything. And she looks at me and goes, "You're doing everything. You're doing more than me," because she's like, "I got a cesarean. I'm here, and I'm not doing anything. And you've done so much in these past 2 years that we've been together. We've been together for almost 3 years. This year turning." And it's like, she's like, we've been through so much together, and it's like, it's so tiring, you know. Switch to up to my left hand. But it's so, she says, like, I'm like it's so tiring, because it's like, I don't know why I prayed to God, and I swore, and I'm sorry for that. I'm trying my best. I want to become a pastor in the future, you know. I don't know if I should become a mechanic. I'm good at that, but also my dad is a handyman, a carpenter, woodworker, and I know how to do that too. Or not, I don't know how to do it, but I have an idea, because I grew up with him, you know. I grew up with him, and it's like, I'm trying to figure out if I should do that, or should become a barber, or anything like that, because I really want to have a solid future, you know. I want to have a solid future for my kids, you know. I've had horrible bosses. I've not had one good boss, I'll be honest. Not one. I've not had one good boss at all, man. Not one. I'm gonna be honest, not one. I've worked at AutoZone, I've worked at the town hall. I applied 2 years ago, like 5 or 6, 7, 8 times to the town hall. They don't want me because of my dad, because they don't like my dad, even though my dad was a good, you know, designer, and he made floats, and he made parades, they made a lot of stuff. And I know this video is about the car, and I'm just adding so much stuff, and you don't know me, but it's like, I'm just trying to talk, you know. And it's just horrible, the fact that I've tried so hard to help my family out, and I've had bad things happen to me again and again and again. I left the military, I had money, I bought the things that I wanted. I bought like the console that I wanted, and the computer, and I was going to do YouTube videos like this, and then everything went to hell, and then I had to sell it all, and it didn't turn out well at all. And I was going to buy a vehicle, my own vehicle, and I wasn't able to do it until now. I had to ask my cousin, my first cousin, who I love to death, and I love him. He's flying planes, and I love that guy. I love him to death. And he gave me $500, and he's like, "Hey, it's not much, but I'm helping here." I mean, I'm like, "Man, you did a lot." You did great, and I want to pay him back, you know. But I'm trying to figure out what to do, because it's like, I'm not getting no jobs. Nobody wants to hire me. I'm trying to do what I can, you know. It's like, should I just learn from my father? Should I just cut grass? I don't have a gas weed whacker. I have an electric one. I sounds like I'm just rambling, but it's like, I'm trying to figure out what I should do, you know. And I want to get this car fixed up. I love this car, honestly. I haven't had it for a long time, but I like it. I like how it feels. I like how it runs. I like the comfiness of it. I want it to be my wife's car, so she can, you know, do things with the baby. I want to get a truck in the future, you know what I mean? A nice truck for work and for, you know, doing things around the house. I want a Jeep or an SUV in the future. You know, I want a couple things. I just want to be able to be in a family, you know, oriented life. I'm not trying to be a horrible father. You know, the kid is a girl. My child is a girl, and I'm not going to give you her full name or anything, because, you know, it's my kid. But I love, you know, my kid to death. I love her to death, and she's basically a clone of me, and I love her. Trying everything I can to be a good father. I don't want to join the military again, because I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to be there. I won't be able to be there. If I do reserve, it's a waste of time, because it's only like $100 to $200, and you're not getting paid at all unless you get a good MOS, and you can use that experience to earn money. You know, you're kind of screwed. You know, it's a waste of time being a reserve unless, you know, you get something in return, right? And it's like, I'm trying everything I can, and nothing's turning out, right? Nothing's turning out. And I'm hoping that something turns out in the future, right? Something at all, something, you know, something, anything. But enough about my crying and whining and complaining, you know. By the way, they covered the original seats. The original seats are still under here. They look nice, actually. They put the leather over it, and it's, I don't know if it's fully there. Let me just, they glue it? I don't know. I think they tried to glue it. I don't know. Most likely remove that leather and everything. I don't know. I'm trying what I can. I've tried. I've tried, and I've cried, and I've screamed, and I've done a lot. And I don't want nobody to follow me and be like, oh, pity, 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 pity. No, it's like I'm trying. I really am trying. I'm trying to be a good role model, you know? Good role model for my kid, for my wife. You know, I literally don't sleep. I do so much, and I'm tired, and it's like, I don't know what to do, you know? And I just want to have a car that I can drive so I can get this job that I need. I don't want to go to America, you know, because you got to have a good amount of money and be stable and everything, because I've done it before. I went to America 2 or 3 times, staying with random people and family, and they've screwed me over. And they have not understood I need time, because I'm trying to apply, and it takes a while. They don't get it. They want me to have a job immediately, and it's like, dude, I'm trying my best here. I'm applying. I don't know where I'm at, you know. And I'm trying right now, you know. And it's like, I want to be comfy enough, and I'm trying to become my own boss and have my own thing, so I can be around more with my daughter and my wife. And I don't want style services to take my kid away. I don't want, the house is not dirty. There's nothing bad about it. I just hope that nothing bad happens, and I'm praying to the God. You know, I'm praying to Jesus. I'm praying to my Lord and Savior that hopefully everything turns out well. I'm gonna stop the video now. The car's been running for a good bit. I'm gonna turn it off, let it cool off. Today or tomorrow, most likely, I'll end up cleaning out the radiator. You know, I'm gonna let it set for a little bit to see, or until later, you know, and then I'll drain it out, and maybe I'll do a part 2 video showing me draining it and everything, and then filling it up with you know, refilling it, cleaning it up, and seeing if it runs better. You know, seeing if it's good. Looks like it's gonna rain, man. It's getting nice and cloudy, you know. Look at that, like getting nice and gray and stuff. Nice and gray, nice and gray. Finished it off. Empty. So yeah, I'm hoping this bad boy works. Has not heated up too much. It's not a little bit more, not a lot though. I've done a lot of things. You can find my work. I've done voiceovers. I do voiceovers, and I have not done a professional voice acting. I need to start working on that, you know. I want to do that too. I have a friend who is into WWE, and he has, you know, 2K25, and I have a character that is Pedro Rivera, who is a descendant from Pedro Morales, the wrestler. He is my cousin. I think it's cousin brother or cousin, first cousin or second cousin. He's my cousin, you know. And I look a little bit like him. I used to look a lot like him without the mustache, and when I had my hair and everything, I look a lot like him. I have the same body type but shorter. I'm 5'8", 5'8". I think I'm 5'8", maybe 5'9", most like 5'8". Not too tall. Or 5'7". Either way, it doesn't matter. So he was a famous wrestler, close to my grandfather, who is my grandfather, of course. And oh yeah, this little piece right there, that right there, that's not normal. You see it? I got my dad drilled my finger. Yay, not fun, but Gucci. Now I'm gonna get the car inside. Let's go. Everything's in here. Let me check around the way. Nothing in the engine bay. Where did I see it? Nothing. Let me see. Nothing in the engine bay at all. Time to close it. mighty fine. Throw this in the back or over here. Honestly, doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna close this yet because those aren't my samples. I need to put that, you know, that over here. So let's do that. This is how much we have clearance. Good Lord. Got all that out just to put that back in. Jesus. Yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but it looks nice. Better than nothing. Plus that cap right there is not going in there. Dang it. So I don't know. What can I do? As you can see, you know, sound system. Literally, sound system. Sound system. I do not know what the kid was trying to do. You know, I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know. Good heavens. We'll get this over with this first. It's gonna come here. Let's do it. That's first with these two though. I don't know if that's water or oil. That's concerning if it's oil. Hope it's not. Let's see. Who knows? Yeah, this is how I open and close the windows. Hang on. What? Ooh, it's moving right now. It's moving right now. Oh, it's smoking right now. Ooh, it's smoking. That's interesting. Ooh, really? Let's see if I can do this. Out of the way, move. Jeez, no, sorry. Hasn't changed. Idling, still running like a champ. Saw some smoke come out. I don't know. Ooh, you can see it. I think you may not be able to see it on camera, but it is definitely smoking right now. I don't know. Can't be the water, right? Maybe it is. We'll figure it out after I clean it up. Should I even be showing my plates? I'm concerned now. Turn off this big boy. Easy. Pull this off. Woo! Okay. Is it? Huh. Is that up there? Andrew. El estoy cuando se está mezclando con el agua, ¿verdad? Look. It looks like it's cleaning. We're gonna find out later, of course. But there's two versions of this. There's a different version that this part is over here. This tubing is over here. This reserve is over here. This is almost the same. There's a bracket that comes from here to over here to keep this in place. This is supposed to be turned the other way. The red should be over here or over here, and the negative should be over there. This is a racing, you know, shouldn't be that, but we're keeping it. And water for the windshield wipers, and a cover that should be here, I think. Yeah, right here for something. I don't know what it is. And these things. I gotta look at the picture again. There's two different versions of it. But yeah, I'm gonna let it cool down. As you can see, the reserve is looking nice and almost milky. It's like a grayish color. It's supposed to be like a different color. But is it warm? Let me see. Yeah, it's warm. If you can feel the product. See the product. It's pretty strong. And it's dirty. Okay. Alrighty. Jesus. Hello. Good Lord. It's a dog. Now I gotta need to open these windows and, you know, let it breathe and let it cool down, and then later I'll clean it out tonight. So stay tuned for that. Part 2. It's open right here. So cooling. Let's see if it turns out well. I told my dad that I'm doing videos for this car. He's like, why? Because people don't know. People don't have videos of this car. So I might as well, I can do it and help other people. You know, I'm not mechanically inclined. I understand it. My brother was, passed away, but my brother was. You know, I'll talk about that later these days. Let's say Christmas Eve is not my favorite year. So let's go inside, and I gotta do other things. We'll get back to this later. By the way, under here, it's completely cracked. I gotta replace this whole thing. Got this right here, and it has that right there. So yeah, person was trying to do something with this. It's a touch screen that doesn't work, or it's not connected. I'm using it as a place to mount my phone mount when I'm driving. Got my Bible here with Psalm 91. I think I don't have another one. I only have 2 Bibles. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna close up and later continue with this and clean out the, radiator.